So our lifters finally came in for Troy's road glide here. So we're going to give you a little guidance on how we set up push rods and lifters. So obviously these are your lifter caps, lifter guides. Using the new fueling ones, we do not like the crappy plastic stock units. These are a resin embedded material. Much improved, not a very costly thing to have to worry about. So, push rod adjustment. I'm gonna give everybody kind of a rundown on how this works, okay? So these are the S&S units. And you remember your exhaust push rod is longer than your intake, so you are gonna end up with two different lengths, even though when you get these out, they look like they're the same, right? So, they're threaded on the end here. You got a square shaft on the bottom half, your regular hex here, and your lock nut, right? So what I want to show you is what we're actually doing when we're adjusting these. So I've got our stock cam because obviously the new one's in the bike. So when you adjust your push rods, you have to rotate the motor so that the lifter is riding on the base circle of the camera. What I mean by base circle, if you look, this is a lobe, right? Cam lobe. So the base circle is this smallest section of the radius, right? This is called the lobe. This is the base circle. So when we adjust the push rod, we're adjusting it for, this is a hydraulic roller lifter. You've got a plunger in here that has a certain amount of stroke. Essentially hydraulic lifters, you're adjusting so that stroke, when you're on the base circle of your cam with no oil pressure, you should be about halfway in that stroke. That number with the standard lifter, these are the S&S ones. That means you go down till there's no gap, meaning you can't lift the push rod up and down on the base circle. We're going to turn this shaft an additional 4 turns. Goes off the thread pitch. Fuel motos, I think, are 3.5 turns. I'd have to look. But essentially what we're doing, we want to put this in the motor, and we're going to, obviously your lifter rides on the cam lobe, and as it rotates around, you get on the lobe, the lifter comes up, base circle, it goes down. So when this is in the motor, when you go to adjust these, you rotate, my method, pretty simple, done it for my whole life. When I've got that in there, I'm going to rotate the back tire in high gear, just to turn the motor over nice and easy. And I'm going to rotate it with my finger on top of the lifter, and I'm going to watch for that lifter to go down till it stops going down. I'm going to basically keep track of where I'm at there. I'm going to rotate till it starts to come up again. Now I know that I've found both sides of the lobe. I'm going to rotate back halfway. That way I know this lifter is in the middle of the stroke, okay? So then I'm going to very gently run the push rod down until I can't wiggle it up and down anymore at all. And you'll feel a little tick up and down. Once I'm there, then I'm going to go ahead and adjust my preload by 4 turns with these push rods. You got to do that with all 4 of them. You're going to have to rotate the motor each time because they're not all going to be on the base circle at the same time. And it is critical that you are on the base circle. If you adjust it and you're not on the base circle, what's going to happen is your push rod is essentially, when it rotates around to the base circle, your push rod's going to be loose. That's bad. We don't want to do that. So anyway, that is kind of the short and skinny. I hope this kind of helps give everybody a little guidance and understanding what we're doing with push rods and how this works. If you need more help or guidance on it, leave me a comment, ask questions, whatever. I could do a little more video if need be, but that's the deal. So let's get in.